Welcome to 2025, where Filipino culture isn't just admired, it's essential. From chicken joy to karaoke to the warmest smiles on earth, Pinoy culture has gone global. In today's video, we're counting down the top 8 countries that are absolutely obsessed with Filipino culture in 2025. And trust me, they're not just watching from afar, they're living it, breathing it. And some of them, they need it to survive. When you think of British culture, you probably imagine tea, crumpets, and rainy afternoons. But guess what? There's a Pinoy twist in the air. With over 200,000 Filipinos now calling the UK home, the Filipino footprint is undeniable. London, Birmingham, Manchester, all buzzing with Pinoy pride. Jollibee, it's taking over. Lines wrap around the block as Brits swap their fish and chips for chicken joy and sweet spaghetti. Barrio Fiesta in London is now a major annual event. Think traditional dances, live OPM, and enough lumpia to feed Buckingham Palace. Even British pubs are serving adobo-inspired cocktails, and karaoke nights feature Sarah Geronimo more than the Beatles. That's saying something. Next up is Japan. Japan and the Philippines have always had a respectful bond, but now it's a full-blown cultural embrace. With over 313,000 Filipinos living in Japan, Pinoy influence is everywhere. Karaoke bars in Tokyo, they're bumping SB19 and Regine Velasquez. Food stalls in Osaka are now serving isaw, balut, and even turon to curious locals. But it's not just food and music. Japanese pop culture is featuring Filipino characters, Tagalog phrases, and anime collaborations with Pinoy creators. Even the government is actively recruiting Filipinos in healthcare, hospitality, and education. Why? Because Japan loves the Filipino warmth, kindness, and work ethic. In 2025, Japan isn't just admiring Filipino culture, it's fusing with it. Let's head to the Middle East, where over 540,000 Filipinos live and thrive in the UAE. Walk through Satwa, Dera, or Karama in Dubai, and you'll feel like you've landed in Quezon City. There are Filipino bakeries, barbershops, remittance centers, and entire malls where Tagalog is spoken more than Arabic. Philippine Independence Day? It's a mega celebration, full of OPM concerts, tinikling, and adobo that tastes like it came straight from Lola's kitchen. Even Emirati employers are on board, praising Filipino workers as the backbone of the hospitality and healthcare sectors. In the UAE, Filipino culture isn't just welcomed, it's a pillar of daily life. Next stop, Canada, where Filipino culture is now mainstream. In 2025, nearly 1 million Filipinos call Canada home, and the cultural influence is massive. From Vancouver to Toronto, Filipino neighborhoods are booming. Jollibee, basically a national treasure. Peach mango pie is now on food trend lists, and even high-end Canadian restaurants are adding calamansi glazes and ube desserts to their menus. Filipino Canadians are making waves in politics, media, and music. They're starring in hit shows, winning local elections, and running popular TikTok cooking channels featuring, you guessed it, Pansit. The annual Mabuhay Festival in Toronto attracts tens of thousands every year. It's a full-on celebration of Pinoy pride, music, and joy. Canadians may say, "Eh," but they're also saying Salamat po. Next stop, Malaysia, where the bond with the Philippines runs deeper than geography. From Kuala Lumpur to Penang and Sabah, Filipino communities are bringing their joyful spirit and amazing food to Malaysian life. Street vendors are cooking halo next to nasi lemak, and lumpia is becoming as common as roti canai. What's wild? Malaysian chefs are blending cuisines, creating mind-blowing Filipino-Malay fusion dishes like adobo satay or pandan leche flan. Filipino dramas are top streaming content, and OPM songs are on repeat at shopping malls and radio stations. Even Bahasa Malaysia is getting sprinkled with Tagalog. When you hear someone say "Kain na tayo" in Kuala Lumpur, don't be surprised. Let's go down under, to a place where 400,000 plus Filipinos are transforming Aussie culture with flavor and heart. Lechon, the new roast favorite, sinigang, Aussies love it. Tangy, warm, comforting. Pansit, basically the new party food. Filipino-owned restaurants are booming across Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, serving up traditional dishes and wild new fusion twists. The annual Filipino Fiesta in Melbourne has grown into one of the largest cultural events in the city, complete with folk dance showcases, food contests, and Tagalog singing competitions. And online, Filipino-Australian influencers are spreading Pinoy slang like jijil and kilig faster than wildfire. In 2025, Aussies are saying mabuhay, mate. This might surprise you, but Saudi Arabia is home to nearly 1 million Filipinos. And while much of their influence was once hidden due to strict norms, 2025 is changing that. In Riyadh, Jeddah, and Dammam, you'll find Filipino restaurants, mini-markets, and salons that bring the smell, taste, and spirit of the Philippines to the Gulf. Christmas in Saudi Arabia? Yup, celebrated quietly but passionately in Pinoy homes. Filipino workers are not only essential in industries like healthcare, domestic work, and engineering, they're also sharing culture with locals. Traditional dances, food, and even language exchange are happening in the most unexpected places. Tagalog phrases are being picked up by Saudi kids, and guess what? Even local TV dramas are starting to feature Filipino characters. Saudi Arabia doesn't just depend on Filipinos economically, they're embracing them culturally. At number 1, Singapore. Small island, massive heart for the Philippines. Filipinos are everywhere here, working not just in support roles but leading industries, finance, healthcare, education, and fashion. Walk down Orchard Road and you'll smell sinigang, hear Tagalog, and spot Filipino designers showcasing their brands in boutique windows. Hawker centers are serving up chicken inasal and lechon belly next to laksa and chili crab. Jollibee? People line up for hours. It's not fast food, it's Filipino identity. Singaporean pop culture has embraced Pinoy influences with open arms. Filipino musicians are performing in Marina Bay. Karaoke bars are dominated by OPM hits. And locals are learning Tagalog just to sing along better. Singapore isn't just welcoming Filipino culture, they're proudly saying, "This is part of us now." So what's going on? Why are these 8 countries not just allowing Filipino culture but thriving because of it? The answer is simple. Filipino culture is built on joy, resilience, generosity, and community. Wherever Filipinos go, they bring light, through food, music, laughter, and care. In a world that's getting colder, faster, and more digital, Filipino culture brings us back to what matters most: connection, celebration, compassion. So whether it's adobo in Abu Dhabi, karaoke in Tokyo, or Halo Halo in Toronto, Filipino culture is no longer a hidden gem, it's a global force. And in 2025, the world needs it more than ever. If you loved this video, hit like, subscribe, and drop a mabuhay in the comments to show your Pinoy pride.